Out of the field for the visiting Bucks. They were losers their last time out. They're in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So out come the Bucks now for their first drive. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled.
I think Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't get enough credit for is his toughness. This is a guy who plays through injuries, but it's also being mentally tough, knowing that everyone's always trying to move him out of the lineup, trying to find a replacement for him, yet he continues to battle and has earned the total respect of his teammates.
They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Here's a handoff to begin the drive to Morris. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, here's Romo. He dumps off to Morris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now Romo hit, and he loses the football. He hit the big fella, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Boy, he was terrific last week, wasn't he? Put together a fantastic game, and now he gets to swagger out onto the field full of confidence and ready to go this week.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. And the pressure gets to Romo as he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Back to throw. Romo under pressure. They got him again. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The lone receiver right is Cooper. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when times the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Out of the gun, Romo. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a 1st down throw. Romo. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to a Carolina 1st down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, it's Romo. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Panthers defense, they make their way back out there now. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sharif Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Buccaneers now. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. 3rd down now following the run. They'll fake the give. Now Romo. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
We all want to see everyone be exotic on every play, but sometimes the safe read, the safe throw, that's what you need in that situation.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Another carry now for Gurley. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. And back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. The lone receiver right is Cooper. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Carolina first. Offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Tony Romo on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Caught on the right side, Reed. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Here's Romo. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. Crowder now to return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of the...
Be 2nd down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw in that play. No gain.
And he's brought down. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options, and also it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
Give him 30 yards there.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Oh, spinning away. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Fitzpatrick now on 2nd down. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. The lone receiver right is Cooper. Now a 2nd down throw for Fitzpatrick. That is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here's Fitzpatrick. That's caught at the 1. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And the Panthers coming out now. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll be 1st down Panthers. Remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Tony Romo on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 3. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough to stop if your wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page and the ball is placed in the proper spot.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Fitzpatrick again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Again, it's Fitzpatrick. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Demaryius Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now they're
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught on the right side, Reed. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Romo. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hopkins, the 1 receiver right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Back to the air they go. Romo on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Now Romo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll try and sneak it here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. After the run, now Romo going to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Crowder. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 1st down, Romo. They shakes him off. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Cliff Averill in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Here's Romo now on 2nd down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Get ready.
Now a 1st down throw, Romo, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Alfred Morris that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
They hand off to their big tight end. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. They've had a couple passing touchdowns against them in this game, and that last drive they really got picked apart.
They've got to figure out how to tighten things up because no matter what they've done, whatever adjustments they've made, offense has been a step ahead of them. So they've got to figure it out. Usually, a sack of the quarterback can help change the momentum.
Maybe bring some pressure.
I think maybe a little bit of pressure would help them greatly.
Watch 30. We got heavy. Everybody scoot up.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now Fitzpatrick. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
A quarterback often has a lot of really good friends on offense to help him do his job. But one of his best friends is anyone who can catch the ball and create yardage after the catch. That run after the catch, the rack, and the ability to break a tackle and make a big play, as we just saw there, quarterback is very friendly with that guy.
Can't find anyone open. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
No gain on the play this time. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. One back is Morris. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, here's Romo. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This is Morris. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Romo. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We get a look at the Panthers defense now. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter to those guys on defense. I know they're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
So this is the second consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's second down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, Romo. Caught left side, Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Now Fitzpatrick. Catch here, left side, Thomas. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a pickup of 21. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Gurley again here on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That appeared to be an example of a speed back setting up the defender. He thinks he's going to fake him out, try and juke him. Instead, he runs through it.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Again, they run with Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize with a little bit on top.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Demaryius Thomas gets set to go again on offense. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game?
Back to it after the pick 6. Fitzpatrick. On the left side, it's McDonald. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. 2nd down, Fitzpatrick. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So 2nd and 10 here. The one running back is Gurley. Here's Fitzpatrick. This one complete right side to McDonald. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Four. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Fitzpatrick again. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And he hits his man on the out route, Demaryius Thomas. It's a gain of 14 there, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay 1st. Fresh set of downs here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 1st down, Fitzpatrick. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll be fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
And Frank's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a miss on his first attempt, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
I know this will surprise you a little bit, Brandon, but you know kickers can be a fragile breed sometimes. You got to wonder what's going through his mind, but he didn't let that first miss impact him one bit.
Hey, I kicked back at Harrison High School. Are you calling my ilk soft? Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. To throw on second down is Romo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Fitzpatrick now on second down. He's got time. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. DeForest Buckner in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from...
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and some room to roam now. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on, you're not done in the 4th. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Riley Cooper, and that'll bring up second down. second down following the incompletion.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey! Move 45! Move 45!
Now Fitzpatrick. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And quite the turnaround here. These numbers tell the story game to game. And what did he tell us before the game?
Well, he told us that he was going to be on point today, that last week was gone, wasn't too worried about it. I was also judging his demeanor a little bit, too. It's one thing to say it, but he certainly looked like he was locked in and ready to go for this one. What'd you think?
Absolutely. Had a face of stone. He said he was going to be ready, and that has proved to be the case. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And it's hard to hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3! And you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Boom, landed. All right, now look it up. Here we go. Check. Boom, landed.
They'll run the option left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Back to throw, Romo, and that is incomplete.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Bucs now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. Dumps it off to Gurley. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. There's that man again, Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Fitzpatrick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. On 2nd down, Fitzpatrick again. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
After reviewing the play, the reading of the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Fitzpatrick finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. One receiver left, 3 to the right. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Fitzpatrick again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal unit again. And this phase of the game has been an absolute disaster so far. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And Frank's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Straight right, kill.
Romo going to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congrats.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Fitzpatrick. That's complete right around the 8. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. A big